welcome to this month's Mommy in Heels edition of the Everyday Gal series. This week I'm going to be showing you guys how I get my everyday curls. I would say over the last couple years I've gotten requests, Facebook, Instagram, email, blog comments on how I get my curls like this every day. I'm not going to say I've been like flooded by any means, but I've gotten enough requests that I decided I would do a video. I typically do this, I would say pretty much every day. It's easy to me. When I first started doing it, it kind of took me a little bit of time because I was just, learning what worked and what didn't for me. But now it's to the point where I can do it relatively quickly and it's not so much of a hassle for me to curl my hair like this every day. I do use a curling wand. The curling wand I actually normally use, I won't be using in the video today. I'll explain why later. It's just my life. I'm an idiot. It's a wonder I don't lose my head sometimes. But that's just me. I'm just being real with you guys. But anyway, now I just finished curling my hair a few minutes ago. So my curls still look pretty amazing, if you ask me. They will fall out, and that's okay. That's kind of the look that I go for. It's funny because I curl them in anticipation of them falling out. Eventually my hair will just kind of have like a nice wave to it, which is what I like. So that's okay. So right now the curls still look pretty fierce, but don't worry, they will fall out. And that's okay if yours do too, because it'll still give your hair just like a wavy, slept on type look, even though it took you like a half an hour to do it and you didn't just wake up from sleeping on it. Can't we all be that lucky? Really? Anyway, enjoy. If you have any questions, just let me know. All right, everyone, let's get started. So I usually sleep with a ponytail. It's just easiest for me. I feel like I get an extra day out of my wash. And I also pretty much, I feel like I douse my hair with dry shampoo. So I put my hair up in a high pony at bedtime, and then this is just the dry shampoo that I use. And I spray it all over, and I don't rub it in at night. I just kind of leave it there and I let it do its job overnight. So when I wake up in the morning, this is what my hair looks like. So let's get started. So I take it out and I just brush, give it a good brush. This brush is so old. I've had it at least a decade, but I can't bring myself to get rid of it because I just love it so much. And I start off with, I just have one of these little guys that I use to kind of help me section off my hair. And I start at the bottom and I work my way to the top. So I leave off a little section at the bottom and then I just clip on the top. See, that's all I leave at the bottom. Not much, but enough to get started. So I use one of these fine tooth combs and I comb through each piece before I curl it because I feel like it curls better. Maybe, maybe not, I don't know, but that's just me. And then I just wrap. A lot of curling wands do come with a glove. That way you don't burn yourself, but you tend to get used to it. I used the glove that came with mine at first, and then I just kind of got used to it and decided not to anymore. So, and then I let it go. I don't brush through it or anything until the very, very end, so you don't have to worry about that now. And I come through this side. Going to be an awkward video because I can't gotta like tilt your head all weird and trying to like talk at the same time. So just wrap it. And then let it go. And then what I do after I finish each section, I give a little spritz of hairspray. This is just Treseme's Perfectly Undone. I'm not partial to any particular hairspray because I'm just not. I just buy whatever's there. And then I also give a little dry shampoo spray at the roots as well. This is my second day hair, so I kind of want to get a little bit more out of it, and I don't want it to start to look greasy throughout the day or oily throughout the day. So after I section off my hair and curl it, I just spray the roots a little bit. I feel, like I said, I feel like it makes it look less oily, less dirty also. And it also gives my hair a little bit of texture and makes my roots lifted a little bit more. Kind of just really gets in there and lifts it. So I do that after each section. So now we just move on to the next section. Just section it all. And this a little twist. I will say, this isn't what I typically use. I use a Remington 1.5 inch barrel, but when I got here to set up to film my video, I realized I brought everything but my curling wand. Luckily, my friend Jess lives right around the corner, and I texted her in a panic and asked her if she had a curling wand that I could borrow. Because she doesn't have a million other things to do, I thought, why not bug her? And she did. Thank you so much, Jess. So I am using the Infinity by Conair. This is actually an angled curling wand. The one I typically use is not, but it's working really, really well. So that is what I'm using. I will link this below, and then I will also link what I actually use whenever I remember everything. So moving on. Oh man, my hair is still knotty. So you comb through it and then just wrap it around. What I typically like to do as well is leave the last little bit of hair, you can see, not wrapped around the curling wand. It just gives it a little bit more of like kind of an undone look, if you will. So I just like to leave it not wrapped around the curling wand. So I typically do that. And I try, as I'm sectioning off my hair, this is usually how big of a piece that I use. I don't like to use anything bigger because then I feel like it doesn't really hold a curl that well because I'm trying to wrap so much hair around the curling wand. Too little hair, I feel like it just gets too Shirley Temple-like, and I don't really like that look, at least on me. So this section is usually what I go for when I'm curling my hair. And also, when you are using your curling wand, you want to make sure that you keep it vertical. That way your curls fall how they are to fall, and it gives you the look that you want. And we will go to the other side. This is kind of hard for me to see. I think I missed it. To get that later. Comb through. Some people give their, whatever section they're curling, some people give it a little spritz of hairspray before they actually curl it. It helps hold it a little bit more. That's totally fine. It's a great option. It just leaves the curl in a little bit tighter. That look really isn't for me, so I don't usually do that, but that is also an option, and it does work really well. If you notice, I keep wrapping the curl away from my face. If you want that really undone look, you can alternate. There's a cord right in front of my face. You can alternate the way that you wrap your hair around your curling wand, and that really will give you like the, oh my gosh, I rolled out of bed and this is how my hair looks. Can you even believe it? Nope, I don't believe it. Nobody is that lucky. I'm gonna get this piece that I missed in the back. Okay, now I just finished this section, so I'm gonna give a little bit of spray, not much, and then right at the roots. This is a new bottle, so it's like, whoa! Okay. All right, so I don't comb through them or anything. I leave them. Is that another piece I missed? It is. It's another piece I missed. Because I don't have my mirror with me. I forgot that too. It's gonna be a good day. I've forgotten everything. So, time to move on to another section. There we go. Make sure I got it. It's like all tangled in the back. There we go. Okay, so I have most of my hair done. The last part I have is just pretty much the front section. I kind of just section that off. I typically part my hair in the middle, so I usually just part my last section right down the middle. And then, depending on how much there is, sometimes I section this off into two pieces and sometimes I just kind of let it go. There seems to be a lot on this side, so I'm gonna kind of just split it right down the middle. If I do alternate the way I curl the pieces, whether I wrap the piece away from my face or towards my face, I do make sure the two pieces that frame my face are facing away. This cord right from my face, I mesh the whole time. Okay, and then now this side. This will be my last pieces. I'll give these a brush. It's amazing how naughty my hair gets. I just brushed it like right before. I'm gonna section this off too into two sections because it's kind of thick. Just give it a wrap. And I usually hold the pieces on the curling wand no more than like 10 seconds. Because I feel like, I don't know, that's the number I came up with in my head. So that's why. That's the reasoning behind it. I'm not a hair professional, just like I'm not a makeup professional. But, okay. So now that my hair is all curled, I give one last, and I might do a little bit of dry shampoo along the roots. You can see it's like all ringlets. I would not leave my house looking like this, obviously. So this is the time where I kind of shake them out a little bit. And a lot of people do it all kinds of different ways, but I just kind of start at the roots and go from there. And I make sure I really get the back too. And you can see it's kind of shaking them out a little bit. If I need to, I'll use my fingers to comb through it. I'm not much of like, I don't like to use my actual like comb to comb through it, but I just use my fingers to go through it. And again, make sure I get the back. Now, what I typically do, I kind of do this based on how I feel I need it. Like there's some days my hair, I just feel like it washes kind of like heavy and just leaves my hair like hanging and kind of drab. So if I have to, I will use Umberto's texture spray. It just gives your hair a little bit of grit, I feel, and just obviously gives it more texture. It says holds definition, dimension, and separation. So if you do want your curls to look separated and kind of like you woke up like that, like you slept on curls and you woke up and they look like pieced perfectly and everything, this can be what you use. So give it a shake. I don't know if any of you have ever smelled Clinique Happy before, the perfume, but this is exactly what it smells like. It smells so good. So I spray it and then I just kind of like scrunch it a little bit. And there you have it. And then last, if I need a little lift at my roots, I also use Umberto's lifting powder. This stuff works really, really great. It says it gives height, adds lift, creates volume, delivers texture, controls frizz, and absorbs moisture. I do like to use this a lot also because I feel like it can help me get an extra day or two out of my wash if I really need it. It says a lazy girl's dream. I love it. It can come out very easily. You can see it. You just squeeze it and the powder puffs out. But what I usually do, you can see I lift here and I literally just do that. And then, let me try, I need to turn this upside down because I think I'm running out. It's so light that you can never really tell if it's coming out sometimes. There we go. You can see it. And then there you have it. My everyday curls, super simple. When I first started doing it, it took me kind of a long time to do it, but the more and more you do it, and the more and more you do it, you'll just get quicker and quicker and quicker, and it'll be nothing. It'll be like as easy as straightening your hair, pretty much. So I will link everything that I used below. If you have any questions at all, just ask. Don't forget to subscribe, give my video a thumbs up, and I will see you guys next week. Have a great day.